The line is a futuristic linear city that will stretch for 170 kilometers in Saudi Arabia's desert. But will this ambitious project ever become a reality, or will it fail due to financial, environmental, and social challenges? The line project is currently trapped in a very disturbing situation. Even the scientists working on the project are calling for it to be cancelled. And in this video, you're going to find out why. In recent years, the world has seen a substantial increase in architectural projects, each promising a greener and more technologically integrated future. At the top of the list of these grand designs is The Line, a planned city in Saudi Arabia that has sparked an array of discussions and debates among urban planners, architects, and the general populace alike. The line is intended to stand as a string of skyscrapers 170 kilometers long, 200 meters wide, and 500 meters high. Expected to have a population of 9 million, it has the population of New York City. However, this striking proposal has not gone without criticism. Most notably, from researchers at the Complexity Science Hub, who argue that the linear design is not only inefficient, but could potentially hinder the very fabric of communal living. The architectural marvel and its ambitious undertaking. Proposed as a marvel of contemporary architecture, the line seeks to redefine urban living with its unprecedented linear structure, stretching from the Red Sea to the east. It promises a city built from the ground up in the desert, featuring 2 unbroken rows of skyscrapers that dwarf any building in Europe, Africa, and Latin America. However, critics say it is more of a publicity stunt than a viable architectural innovation. Rafael Prieto Curiel, an expert on urban dynamics at the Complexity Science Hub, notes that the idea of starting a city from scratch is indeed a dream, but stresses that the line misses critical elements that make a city functional and livable. Expected to house 9 million people, the population density is said to be an astronomical 265,000 people per square kilometer, a density 10 times that of Manhattan. The sheer scale of this population density raises questions on the practicality of such a project. What raises more eyebrows is the proposed transport system, a backbone supposedly supported by high-speed rail, necessitating at least 86 stations to maintain the average commute time of 60 minutes. Danielle Condor, a researcher at the Complexity Science Hub, asserts that this proposed system would entail longer commutes for at least 47% of the population, a factor that overlooks the human desire for minimized travel times in city designs. The question here is the transport system not only about the physical structure, but also about the human experience within that structure? A city, according to Condor, goes beyond a series of 15-minute neighborhoods. It is a space offering diverse opportunities. And the linear design of the line stands as a barrier to this very essence of city living. So something that a lot of people are asking is, why is the line not the circle? Considering the evident hurdles of the linear design, experts have put forward the proposition of transitioning the line to the circle. This design change promises to significantly reduce the average distance between 2 points, enhancing connectivity and fostering a community more conducive to walking and cycling. Prieto Curiel encourages these discussions around urban forms. He emphasizes the necessity of incorporating human scale in the architectural narratives. The circle concept offers a glimpse of hope in achieving a more organic and fluid urban space that accommodates active mobility without compromising the communal connectivity that cities offer. But for now, let's look at the future. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this $500 billion project? While the line presents an opportunity to foster discussions on future urban landscapes, its current architectural blueprint raises more questions than it answers. There is indeed a focus on sustainability, with plans to eliminate cars for short distances and to leverage zero-carbon energy sources. Yet these positive elements seem overshadowed by the physical construction demands, which necessitate substantial material and energy resources. Prieto Curiel is urging stakeholders and the general public to take a step back and look at the line project through a more grounded and realistic lens, rather than getting carried away by the glossy portrayal of the project in social media videos and branding initiatives. He advocates for a meticulous examination that goes beyond the captivating visual presentations diving deep into the logistical challenges that such a monumental architectural undertaking inevitably presents. By doing so, Prieto Curiel wishes to bring to the fore the potential risks that could affect the millions who might one day inhabit this space. His stance urges a shift from the dreamy narratives to a dialogue that is rooted in the tangible daily experiences of potential residents. It encompasses aspects such as commute times, accessibility of amenities, and the overall livability of the space, including the availability of natural light and the practicality of the high-speed railway system. Essentially, Prieto Curiel is calling for a deeper, more holistic assessment of the project. He wants to take into consideration not just the grandeur and the technological advancements it promises, but also the fundamental elements that would influence the quality of life for its residents. He encourages a discussion that is as much about the viability of the architectural and infrastructural elements as it is about the well-being and quality of life for the individuals who would call the line home. This approach, he believes, would help in making an informed decision on whether to forge ahead with the existing blueprint or to go back to the drawing board to devise a plan that is both innovative and habitable. As we delve deeper into the layered concerns raised by experts, it becomes increasingly clear that there is a pressing need for revisiting the architectural blueprint of the line. Prieto Curiel advocates for an immediate halt to the ongoing excavation work, emphasizing the potential tragedy that could unfold if millions find themselves trapped in a problematic living situation due to the linear layout. The envisioned high-speed railway, despite promising a 20-minute end-to-end transit, fails to account for the realistic commute scenarios of residents, resulting in what Prieto Curiel describes as a transport system as slow as walking. The vertical structure of the line further adds to the commute dilemma, introducing a series of vertical transits that could potentially mar the daily experiences of the inhabitants. The core issue identified here is the stark deviation from traditional city layouts, which prioritize minimizing distances between points through roughly circular designs. As we get ready to potentially build a city that could change the way we think about architecture and city planning, we must stop and seriously consider the impact such a unique design could have on the people who will live there in the future. The Line project, while certainly innovative, must not ignore the important aspects of community living, easy access to different parts of the city, and the natural flow and growth that cities have traditionally experienced over time. Scientists like Rafael Prieto Curiel and Daniel Condor are urging us to take a second look at the basic design of the line. Their warnings are not just academic analyses. They are serious attempts to avoid creating a city that doesn't work well for its residents. While the idea of a straight, linear city in the Saudi desert is very exciting, we are now at a point where we must ensure that this visionary project is actually feasible. We must make sure that this ambitious idea respects the core human needs and learns from the history of city development. As the discussion about the line's future goes on, it is vital to find the right mix between being innovative and being realistic, between pursuing bold goals and ensuring long-term survival, and most importantly, between catering to individual needs and fostering a sense of community. The current conversations about the line remind us of the heavy responsibility we carry in planning the cities of the future. We need a careful combination of creativity and understanding, forward thinking and caution, and balancing dreams with real-world practicality. Do you think it will become a reality or a failure? Let us know in the comments section below. We would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the line. And you can click here to watch Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion skyscraper. Is it really possible? I have explained it in detail in this video. If you liked this video, you will definitely like that too. Thanks for watching.